Yes guys, what is happening and welcome back to the DC5 turbo build. I told you we was going to do it on the drive and guess what? We've done it. We ain't even done it on the drive, we've done it on the road. So yeah, if you're new here, see that? That is bad boy. So yeah, without further ado, let's show you what's going on today. We're trying to sort the DC5 out. It's a bit of a state. There's still some little niggles I need to sort out in regards to overheating. We had a little bit of a catastrophe the other day and I couldn't work it out, and then I checked something that I'd done and I'd completely buggered it up. So without further ado, we're going to show you what's going on. But before we go anywhere, comment, like, share, subscribe. It massively helps out the channel. Like if you're liking it, if you're sharing it, it means more videos can be made, more people are getting to see the videos, and it helps out so much. So yeah, without further ado, look, just the fact it's got a screamer pipe, just like it, please, just click like, thumbs up, let's go. And yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and let's go. All my cable ties. Right, let's show you. I'm going to give a cold start here. This is what she sounds like in the morning, being a turbo. So, ready? Subaru, ready? Woo. So if you can hear me and see down there, there is my Car Pro, and there's the other one. I don't really like using this, it takes way too long to connect, whereas this one's rapid. Like normally by the time I've clicked it, there we go, it's connected straight away. I know probably there isn't as many features, but this is what we're looking at, engine coolant temp. So what I'm finding is, the car seems to be okay when I'm driving, but as soon as I stop, the temps keep climbing and climbing and climbing. Like I've had the temperatures coming to like, I noticed it was getting to like, I got to 110 degrees, yeah, and the fan didn't come on, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? So yeah, absolute nightmare. But yeah, let's kind of tell you the story before we try and find out the fault. So yeah, without further ado, let's turn her off, give her a little cheeky rev. See that? Not one bit of smoke. Yes! So if you've watched from the last video, and if you haven't watched the last video, I'll link it up here or up here. So in regards to smoke, it was smoking like mad and I couldn't work out what it was. So basically the turbo return pipe was drooping. Loads of people were like, I couldn't work out what it was. Literally, I thought something was wrong with the car or whatever. And then we believed to have fixed that. Like I haven't drove it like miles and miles and miles, but revving it, and I've sat in traffic and it doesn't appear to be doing it anymore. So I think, like, all fingers crossed and all that, I think it might have been solved. And then we drove to Cafe Machine. It was stinking, it was smoking. Obviously we went to Cafe Machine before we found what the issue could have been. And then I noticed he was driving fine. It's quite a 40-minute drive, so he's going to test the heating capabilities and everything. And then I noticed as I went up to like there's a hilly section at Cafe Machine, like onto the grass. And as I tried it, it was like a dip. It went like up and down. This could have been the case. I don't know if it is for sure. But when I drove up it, the engine management light flicked on, and I was like, whoa, shit. So it literally was on for like 5 seconds, and then I was like, yeah, I'm sound, I'm parked. So I turned it off. And on the way back, we was on the motorway, drove all the way back on the motorway, no traffic, so it was literally like go, go, go all the way. And then when I was out with my mate, I thought, oh, do you know what, we'll just let it get up to temp, find out what that engine code was, and it said coolant getting too hot. So long story short, went for a drive, couldn't work anything out, sitting around 80, 86, 90 degrees. I'm not too sure what that is in Fahrenheit. But then as soon as I stopped, I could see the coolant gauge, the heat, it was getting hot, man. It started to like fly up. I did have it once or twice where the light come on, but I didn't let it get to max. It literally sat like 3/4 of the way as it was climbing. I could see the needle jumping. I was like, well, that's not right. So knocked it off, checked it again. It got to 107 degrees and the fan wasn't working. So there's me thinking, why is the fan not working? Like, we've had the fan wired in. So I went to someone last week, Dean's mate. Thanks for doing all the work if you're watching this. So he wired in a low boost button, high and low boost button, as you can see here. So it looks like an Xbox controller, the power button, and then wired that in to the boost solenoid. So the boost solenoid's been put in as well, and then obviously wired the fan switch in. So the fan switch, they've cut the original connector off the normal fan, the wiring loom, and then put a new connector on that mates up with the new fan that we've got. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So let's show you why it's not working. So I obviously extended the wires in the previous video, and it looks like it's managed to fall out of where it was, and it looks like I've either ran over it or I've caught it on something because it's pulled the connector out. So yeah, let's whip the bonnet up and let's show you what it's done. Then we've got our lovely fire extinguisher just in case anything happens. Hopefully nothing will happen. Just want to like sort put my centre console back in, got to put my glove box back in, and just get rid of like some of this shit. Got loads and loads of stuff in this boot. Obviously we're going to keep most of it because I don't really trust this car. Hopefully it's reliable, but you know what I mean, you can never have too many tools in the back of your car. So yeah, I'm going to sort all this out. I don't know whether to put the back seats and that in, you know. I don't know if it's just old hat doing this like club sport look and all that kind of shit. So I don't know, it's either putting the back seats in or do like half cage. I don't know where this build really leads me anymore. Like obviously the turbo build was the main thing I wanted to do, but the rest of it is just throwing money in it, which I don't know how I feel about that. So yeah, just general sort out, get it sweet, and then see where we go, man. Right, so obviously the wire we did, yeah, it was down there, so if you remember it was down there, but if we take the car down a bit, you'll be able to see those wires hanging that shouldn't be hanging. Two of the connectors look like they've been absolutely haggard off, but yeah, the one we want is still there. It's just obviously come away, so fingers crossed we can sort that today, and hopefully that's what's causing the fan not to come on. But yeah, there we go guys, for you guys that haven't saw it before. Oh boy, can't wait to get this boosted in, honestly, it's going to be amazing.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving centrifuges, I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you know improve, but you ain't even flexing, and you ain't gotta try too hard.
So this is just a genuine mistake, look. All I did was I cable tied the wire I used, yeah, and then what I did was I got that and then like I wedged it so it would go in there, and then because it's me, what it's done is it's decided to come down and then slide out. So if you can see properly, I'm hoping we haven't got a fan switch, because that's come out. A few of you in the last video were saying, oh, it's rubbing on the drive shaft. So what I've done is I've pulled it out of the way. So I put a cable tie around the gearbox mount, and then now it should be clearing it. It's still close though. But yeah, man, that's back on it. That is, that's no good. So it needs to needs a bracket to pull it away, because like obviously when I've tied it, it's sat like that. But yeah, you can see it's been touching it, so we don't want any of that. So I've done just a basic DIY connection at the minute. I'm waiting for some like soldering sheets. I did order it off a lad that recommended it on Instagram. Hopefully if they come I'll be able to put it in the video so I can show you, but I've literally just connected this up now just so I can just let the car get up to temp and see if the fan kicks in. So yeah, I'm just going to start the car up now and see if it kicks in. Right, so engine's running, it's at 45 degrees. Watch how quick this climbs, man. But as the seconds come, it'll boom, 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 boom. 47, 48, ready? 3. I'm guessing this is normal, isn't it? Hopefully by the time it gets to like 90, hopefully the fans come on. So 79 degrees, cheeky rev. No smoke there, boys, no smoke there. Still no fan though, still no fan. Just got to 80 degrees now. Right guys, so we're on 96 degrees and it's still not coming on. I don't know if you can see there, 96 degrees. So yeah, still got no fan at all. Right, so what I can see here is I've gone green onto the red and obviously black onto the thingy. There's definitely connectors, there's definitely copper in each connector, and then on here we've got green, which is going to red, and then red is going to green, and then black to black, and then black to black. So I'm not too sure why it's showing temp, but it's the fan's not kicking in. The only thing I can think of is if the switch ain't working, or the switch ain't working, or the fan ain't working. I've checked the fuses, I've swapped the fuses around. The only other two things I can think of is, what do them two wires do? So that one there, what does that one do? And what is that one supposed to do there? Should they be doing anything or what? But yeah, we don't seem to have any fan coming on for some reason. Right, so this is where now gauges, I was kind of like dismissing gauges, thinking, oh nah, be alright, we don't need them. And I've got one gauge I can rely on, which, well, two really. I've got the fuel and the coolant, which obviously oil pressure, AFR, boost, coolant temp. So I think I would like to run some gauges in this one. So yeah, I've disconnected the sensor from the bottom of the rad because it doesn't appear to be, I'm guessing if that one gets to like 90 degrees, that should tell the ECU to tell the fan, yo, come on. Someone did say the base map could turn the fan off. Someone said they've had that in the past. Obviously I've never had a car base mapped on a turbo, so yeah, I think it would be a good idea to run some gauges. I am thinking get rid of this, have like a shield here, and then just run the gauges in there, because I obviously don't want them here, I don't want them sticking on there. The only other thing I thought, could have a pillar pod made and have them there by manner, but this is crap. The only thing I'd want a head unit for is just for the radio. That's literally it. So yeah guys, what do you think? Right, so you literally couldn't write it. So I had an Amazon delivery of that thing I was on about, and it's literally just arrived. So I've unjacked my car, I've disconnected everything, and yeah, so this is what I wanted to try. I was hoping as I had the car in the air it would have like kind of come at the same time, I could have just done it, but it leads me to think bigger things. Like I don't know what else it could have been. What could be causing the fan not to come on? Could it be the ECU? Could it be a faulty fan? Could it be the fan switch isn't done properly? These are so many things that could be caused by one thing, yet it leads you to think about everything else, if that makes sense. Obviously me being a div, I thought yeah, it could be me, but now I'm like, who knows? So yeah, let me show you what we ordered anyway. Loads of people recommended these. I had a few people say they're crap, but yeah, I've never tried them before, so I might make my own mind up, so let's go. So quite a few people recommended these. Apparently what you do is, so you get your wires showing, then obviously you potentially pull this up one end of the wire whilst them two are connected. So you know when you like L swap them, and then what you do is you slide this over, and where the copper connector is, see that there in the middle, that is solder. So what you do is you just heat this up, and then as this heats up it heat shrinks and the solder will melt between the two two connectors. So someone was like, this is much better than using the method that I've used. So yeah, I've ordered them. I think it was like $10.99 off Amazon. Yeah, I'll try to link it in the description if anyone's interested, you know which one to buy. Yeah, they do all different sizes and that, so yeah, sweet. So the only thing that concerns me, so I'm guessing the standard switch is that one there, but what is that one? Because that one's literally, hang on, no, sorry, this is upside down in it, so that would be the original one that it connects to. But then what would that one be? Could that one need blanking off, or what? Oh god, because because obviously the sensor goes in there, so that one wire goes to the sensor. That one wire there, I'm guessing, is the one wire that smashed up. You know, the wire that was hanging here, I'm guessing is that one. So do you reckon because that has been damaged, could that be causing the fan not to come on? I really don't know. Oh God, what a nightmare. I've had enough of this. Right, so I've tried to run, I'm sure someone said run a positive and negative off the battery and connect it straight to the fan. The only problem with that is my battery's in the boot, so it's really difficult. What I tried to do was, I went off, instead of going to the connector, I disconnected the connector. I don't even know if I've done this right, because obviously my head's flabbergasted, but I've gone off those connectors there. So I've done like I've done a black and a red, so I've done the black off the black, a red off the green, and I've gone onto this actual fan switch, hoping that when I plugged it in it would turn it on, but it hasn't seemed to have worked. So I need to work out why this fan ain't coming on. I've checked the fuses, I've swapped the 40 amp fuse with the window regulator, and the window still works, so that shows that that fuse still works. I just don't know why the fan ain't working. If anyone knows something I could buy, someone said a multimeter, but like I say, I'm new to all this, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I know wiring and electrics. But yeah, I'm just enjoying it. The sun's out, weather's absolutely banging. I'm just trying to work out what's going on with this thing. Truth be told, I'm getting sick of getting underneath it. I want something I want something new to get underneath now. I'm like, you know when you keep messing with the same thing over and over again, and it'll probably be something stupid with why it ain't coming on. So yeah, I think that might be me, you know. I don't know what else I can do really. So yeah, still no fan. Like I said, we got 107 degrees the other day. It got to 96 then, and I just turned it off. And I would have thought if the fan was coming on, it'd come on about 90 degrees. So yeah, on that one, guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. So thank you all for watching. I do really appreciate it. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and hopefully I have got a bit of time off, so probably by the time this one goes out there might be a week gap, because I've got something going on. And yeah, so hopefully when I'm back we'll go for a drive. We'll go for a first drive with a base map so you can see what it's like. Obviously I did want to do it today. I did want to get the fan working and go for a drive, but unfortunately we haven't been able to succeed today. But hopefully when we're back we'll go for a base map drive, and then hopefully mapping will be around the corner, get mapping in. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.